I've started recording here. Can you see, like, when we have Hassan bhai, when we have declared primary key previously, remember we have declared primary key, like let's say we want to make this field as a primary key. At the end of here we declared primary key, but there is another way by which you can declare primary key. Can you see, by constraint, by using constraint, and then you are giving a name to that constraint. You don't need to connect me to look at here. Can you see, I am using to declare a primary key.
It has a eyes problem.
Oh, you have a problem. Okay, so you can connect. Okay, take your time and connect to Mikugo. Session ID is
659848427.
Wow.
659848427.
Sangatic memory.
Okay, are you now connected? Okay. Now see here, we can declare primary key by saying here primary key, or we can declare constraint. And can you see department, like we are giving a name to that constraint, right? We are giving, let's say you can give XYZ, you can give ABC, PQ, or whatever you want.
But always we have to write this PK.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It is just a meaningful self-explaining name. Put a, like we are saying, we are giving a name to that primary key as the primary key of department table. So that's why we are giving departments PK, primary key. Alright? No, this is we are giving a name to that constraint. There is a purpose. Now, what is the column that we are declaring primary key? Can you see? Primary, then we are saying primary key, and which column? Department ID. So that is where constraint. Yeah, this is the question I will tell you. So we are saying constraint and we are giving a name. Now let's come to the next part of the discussion. Let's say we are creating a table supplier, and can you see constraint supplier PK, and we are declaring supplier ID. Can you see this supplier ID? We are declaring this as a primary key. We can declare this primary key by saying here primary key, but we are saying constraint supplier PK primary key supplier ID, right? Now later on, see, we were having difficulties. Once we have declared a table with primary key and foreign key, we have data. Now we cannot delete the table. Now what you will have to do, you will have to remove those constraints first. First you will have to remove those primary key and foreign key, then you will be able to delete those tables. Now to delete those tables, what you will have to do, can you see here the statement? Alter table, right? Can you see? Alter table supplier, and then drop constraint supplier PK. Then the supplier primary key will be dropped. Then you will be able to delete that table, right? If you do not give a name to that constraint, then it will be difficult. There are another way you can get the name of this constraint, but this is not part of our course. So if you want to drop a primary key, then you keep a name for that primary key. In time of creation, create a constraint. Create the table with constraint keyword, so that you can drop that primary key. Now you have already defined a table without constraint name. What is your solution? Your solution is, let's say you have a table with primary key, right? You have a table, you didn't give a name to that constraint. You have a table with foreign key, right? First you truncate all the data, or first you drop the dependent table, that is the table with foreign key. Drop that table, and then you drop the first table.
Do we need to drop, like, what, like circumstances we have to
drop, right?
Drop, yeah.
Sometimes, like the table that you have created, it is not the table that you are looking for. Let's say you have created a table with supplier name 1 month ago. Now you have 3 field over there. Now you need to define another table supplier but different field. You don't need the previous table, right? Then you have to drop the table, right? So if you have a primary key and foreign key dependency between 2 tables, it is hard to drop this table.
You cannot drop without changing.
Yeah, without changing these constraints,
Exactly.
without removing these constraints. So that's why either you have defined this table with constraint keyword so that you have a way to remove the constraints
If I need.
if you need. Otherwise, truncate or delete the dependent table, foreign key table, and then drop the primary table. Primary key.
Can we make a short table with the primary key using constraint,
Mhm.
like, and we can drop it? Can we do it together?
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
Then-
Hold on. Then look at my board. Look at my board here. Can you see this? I have this table here. I'm going to create this table. Let me go there. Just focus on the screen. Okay. Now, can you see that I have created a table departments with department ID as a primary key. If you look at desk departments, right? Can you see department ID not null and it is primary key? Okay. Then let me create the other table. I have another table. Can you
How do you know it's primary key? It didn't say in the description, right?
description? It doesn't say.
Not now.
It will not say by saying not null doesn't mean, but this is primary key.
But there is two primary key, but a table is supposed to have one.
See,
primary
this is not the other one is not primary key. We just have a not null keyword. That means you cannot keep it null. When you are inputting data, you will have to input something.
Okay,
It is
so
not
that-
primary key. Okay.
A table just have one primary key.
You can have multiple field as a primary key.
In a
That's
table,
why I
In a
feel
table.
like from the description.
You can have one primary key, but in that one primary key you can include multiple columns. But don't worry, just keep the concept.
Yeah.
You need the concept, not details, because you will not be working as a DBA. Okay, what is the question that you are asking?
I'm saying like, okay, let's say you just created the table, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know what the primary key you use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will go first and check the table description.
Yeah.
So when I see table description, it doesn't say which field is used as a primary key.
Which field as a used as a primary key.
Right.
So here, if you take a look, like when you are working on your table,
because both of them not now, this one, right?
when you are creating your table, you will know what you are creating, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying you like created a table,
Uh-huh.
but I'm trying to find out what kind of description you have.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I know that which column you use as a primary key?
Actually,
You can get it from the.
Is there any way?
actually, you will see that conflict. I don't know a way that you can tell, okay, this field is the primary key,
Okay.
but when you will input data, you will see that conflict.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
No, when we insert data, we know this is the primary key, so we cannot.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Now
from the description, basically we cannot.
from the description, basically you will see only not null. You will not be able to see whether it is a primary key or
So
But
not
that
null
is still
is.
not now, right?
yeah, that is not null. But see here, the first not null.
Yeah.
Can you see we have defined it as a department
Primary.
ID as a primary key.
Primary key.
So it is not null plus primary key,
Primary key.
right? Primary key is by default not null. You do not need to say not null in primary key. It is by default not null.
So
Okay.
basically constraint. This is a like syntax, right?
Yeah,
So for every table we have to use. If we want to make like this,
yeah.
like near future we want to change the primary key, then we need to use that. Syntax,
That syntax.
Okay, right.
So we normally do not bring this syntax in the class because this syntax our students sometimes find it difficult.
Yeah, really.
We do not bring it here. So whatever we thought earlier, that is enough. but some of you have asked question like how we can remove. So that's why we brought this topic as well. Now you come here, so it will be by default we do not need it as a not null because primary key is by default not null. And then here if you take a look here, department ID number and then salary, can you see constraint in this we are creating another table with constraint employee. We are saying employee, this employee number is the primary key. Let's say not employee number, okay, let's keep it employee number. And can you see constraint foreign key departments? We are defining a foreign key, right? Now foreign key department ID, foreign key department ID from which table? We are first saying what is the name of that constraint, and then we are saying that foreign key department ID,
From the which column?
foreign key department ID from which this column, from this table, and references departments department ID, right? Now if you go there, if you create this table,
It's easy, but
it's easy but
but it's tricky.
a little bit
Very
tricky, yeah.
for us.
Now it is saying that out of range. Now which one? Numeric scale specifier is out of range. Now
Employee number 10, that is not
Employee name quickly.
hold on,
That's the truth.
I am going to create table. Guys, please focus on the screen here. Create table employee, employee number 10, and then
10, but need
let's give
close
this one
parenthesis.
10.
10,
Yeah, we need to close parenthesis here. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's say we provide this one as 10, and then employee name Barcher 10, and then
number 2, are you missing a parenthesis, right parenthesis?
yeah, I'm missing, I'll do that. References department ID, foreign key. Okay, let me do one thing. It will create an issue, so let me paste it again. Actually, if I paste it, it will be, let me correct it over there.
Drop the table.
Hold on, let me correct it over there here, and let me put 10. Okay, now let me create. So now it is saying name is already used by an existing. Actually, we already have a employee table. So let's give the name as employees
One.
1, right?
Employees one, right?
Or let's say, yeah, employees 1 or employees new. Okay. Now if you go there, so now table created, right? Now take a look here.
Just make a copy and paste here, right?
Yeah.
From Microsoft Word or anywhere. Just
Yeah.
copy this.
Now take a look here. Create table employee new, and then we are saying employee number, employee name, and
Alright.
then
I have a question.
mhm,
We can copy something from the word and we can paste it
paste
here.
it here.
Yeah, that's why I'll just,
We didn't do that before. We used to copy from here to.
Yeah, we can copy from what to here as well.
And it will work.
It will work. Now take a look here.
Right,
Hold on. Now take a look here,
Okay.
guys. We have declared this table. When we are declaring this table, how many field we have? Employee number, employee name, department ID, salary, right? And then can you see constraint? Constraint employee, this table, what is it? Like every table has a primary key. This table we have a primary key for employee We are defining employee number as a primary key, and then we are saying another constraint, foreign key, right? Now we are saying foreign key in this table, this department ID. Can you see on 4? We are defining this one as a foreign key, but this will refer something from department table, and the field is department ID. Is this syntax is clear, understandable?
And FP and PK, are you using as an alias like that, or,
See,
or you can do?
we are this name, we are giving a name so that we can remove them later on. This name, it can be anything. You can put XYZ, you can put ABC. It doesn't matter.
Employees PK.
Yeah, employees PK, department PK.
EMP underscore PK.
Yeah, EMP.
That is my name.
Yeah. So now let me
Understand.
hold on. Let me explain it again. Can you see create table employees new? We are creating another table employees new, and we are saying it has a field employee number, employee name, department ID, and then it has another field salary, and then we are defining the primary key and foreign key. First we are defining the primary key for this table, right? We are saying what is the name of the table? Employees. We are just giving a meaningful name to that constraint. Can you see employees PK here? No, as I said, it can be,
Just a name,
it can be anything.
Just to identify.
This name, it can be anything, so
That's
that you
like,
can,
alien.
so that you can identify it later on when you want to drop it, so that you can drop it. You got it? Okay. Now and then we are giving a name, and then we are saying what is that constraint? It is a primary key. What field? Employee number. Okay.
This
Then
primary key is for
this table, right? And then you come here, another constraint here. Can you see this constraint? We are saying this is, we are giving name. As I said, you can give any name, but we are saying FK foreign key. We are saying this is a foreign key, and we are giving any name. These FK departments, it can be anything. You can put XYZ here. Yeah, right? And then we are saying this is a, what type of constraint is that? This is a foreign key from what field? From this table, from this table, this is the field. So when you are declaring a key as a foreign key, that field will have to be present in the table.
So this foreign key is from the other table, right?
It is from the other table, but a field will have to be present, right? If the field is not present, that you cannot refer it to another table, right? So let me show you another example here. Actually, if you go there, YouTube, you go to fewer questions. Take a look here. Now if you go to this video here, let me make it full screen. Can you see this screen here?
Yes.
So when you are declaring, let's say this build person as a foreign key, it will have to be present in that table, right? Right? If it is not present here, then you cannot refer it to another one. It will have to be present, right? So that is what I am saying here, that when you are defining this department ID as a foreign key, you will have to have it in this table. You will have to define it as a field of this table, right? And then you are saying now references department table, which field? Department ID. You got it? Okay. now let's take a look. DESC employee new employees, actually this is employees new. Now can you see in this table how many fields we have? Employee number, employee name, department ID, salary. Now this department ID is the part of this table, yeah, and then when it is part of this table, then we are saying this is a foreign key, and this foreign key, where it is pointing to, it is pointing to department table, department ID field. Is it? Do you understand this? If you do not understand this, go through this video in home
Yeah.
and practice it. If you cannot understand it, let me know.
How about this outsourcing? We don't have count.
No, they are no longer here. We are bringing new people. Okay.
You can repeat it again.
These are sure. Okay, take a look here. When I am creating this table, right? This employee new. Can you see I have employee number, this field? I have employee name. Can you see which department this employee is from, right? And can you see salary? These 4 fields we have. We have defined all the 4 fields. Then come here, constraint. We are saying in this table, a primary key, there is a primary key constraint, and this is the field employee number. Okay. Then we are defining another constraint. Can you see foreign key constraint? Can you see constraint here in line number 7?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me bring this. Can you see I have another constraint here?
Yeah.
Now I'm saying, I'm giving a name that FK departments.
Yeah.
As I said, I can give any name.
Yeah.
The main thing here is foreign key. I'm saying this one was a primary key, but the second constraint that I'm declaring, it is a foreign key. Now foreign key, this constraint foreign key. Now what is that field that you want to declare as a foreign key from this table? From this table, which field you want to declare as a foreign key?
Department ID.
I want to declare this department ID as a foreign key, right? Now this is
Why you put for line number 7 constraint from the department?
this one.
Yeah.
This one I am giving a name of that constraint
Yeah.
so that I can drop it.
So that you can give any name.
Yeah, I can give any name so that by using that name, later on I can drop that constraint,
Yeah.
right? In line number 7. And then I am saying from this table, which field I want to declare as a foreign key. Now I am saying this field I want to declare as a foreign key. Now this field will have to point somewhere. Where? Now can you see references? Now it is referencing department table, and in department table, which field? Department ID.
The purpose of you were showing that, to drop those tables.
Yeah.
Right? And this is the whole purpose of showing that.
Yeah, showing that.
Okay, now the question I ask, how we know what are the tables that exist?
I will answer this question.
Okay.
Not today, I will be answering it in the
Okay.
next class. Now take a look here, everyone. Now I have this department table, DESC departments, right? And I have that DESC employees new, these 2 tables. If you try to drop departments, drop table, right? Drop table departments, right? Can you see unique primary keys in table referenced by foreign keys? Can you drop it? Can you drop it? No, right? Now how will I drop that primary key? How will I drop? If I want to drop that table departments, I'll have to drop that primary key. How will I drop that primary key?
First, then you can drop it.
Then I can drop it. The syntax is
Drop alter
The
table.
syntax is, let me bring the syntax from there. So the syntax is, if you want to drop that primary key, you bring this, like let's say our table is department, let's make it for departments. Okay, now alter table
Department.
departments, right? Drop constraint. What is the name of that primary key constraint we provided? Now you know what is the name you provided. The name is this one, PK, departments PK,
Department PK.
right? So you go there, you put departments PK. Now when you are naming this constraint, can you see I am putting the table name and then I am putting the PK. So
Then underscore or
yeah, underscore. When you name your constraint, you do it in computer. Remember, you always try to bring a standard. Otherwise, you will forget your work,
I know, that's why I'm thinking.
You will forget
department
your
or
work.
Departments.
right? So this constraint is from departments, and I am saying this is a primary key. Now, if
if
you
you do one word like
can put underscore and
so I can't give space.
you put underscore instead of space. You put underscore. Now you come here. You paste this statement here. Right? It's saying that now you cannot actually this unique primary key is referenced by some foreign key. So you'll have to drop that foreign key
also.
first.
Oh,
First you'll have to
foreign
drop that foreign key,
key. Then primary key.
then primary key. You got the sequence? When you drop that foreign key, let's say we know the table name employees new, right? So from employees new, what is the foreign key we have declared over there?
Department ID.
Can you see we have declared the foreign key as FK departments, right? Now we are going to alter on that table. Alter table employees new, right? And then drop constraint FK departments, right? Now that foreign key is dropped, right?
It is gone.
Now let me drop the other
Primary key.
other drop, right? Alter table,
The primary key, right? Then it's
yeah,
gone.
primary key.
Right.
Alter table departments and drop constraint department PK. Now can you see
Yes.
we are successfully able to drop that primary key.
Primary key.
Now you can do whatever you want
Those
with
are the
this
regular
table.
table now, right?
Mhm.
Now we can do it.
Yeah. So the concept here, how to drop primary key, foreign key. That's it. You do not need to like be expert on DBA. So if you have the concept, if you know how to do it, that's it.
It's kind of, when you connect, it's very easy, but when you drop, you can do the quote and remove lawyer, everything.
It must really conflict.
Uh-huh.
So I think we should avoid this one.
Yeah, normally we do not bring it in the
Wow.
QA class.
Because whatever we learn, because I think the basic thing that we should be used to with that, like how to
Primary?
drop the table,
So when
how
you say
to
subquery, can give an example.
Subquery of an example. Okay. Subquery. Now let's say we have. Hold on. Yeah, sure. Let's take a look here, guys. If I ask you,
Okay.
let's say if I ask you,
So there was a question which name ends with ME.
Mhm.
The result will be
no answer, no.
Okay.
That's fine. Now take a look here. Subquery, right? Let's say I want find department for employee who makes highest salary.
we can do it together.
right? The question, you already have the table, right?
Yeah.
Now can you do this query?
Yeah.
My query is, my
You can
question
do
is,
question, then I will write.
yeah, my question is, let's say 2K, find department for the employee who makes highest salary. So how will you do?
Select-
Look at the board here. Select
E dot
actually select find department for employee who makes highest salary. Select manager info dot department from and manager info dot department and employee info dot name, right?
right.
From,
Find department only need.
so you have to correlate, like when you bring department, then who is that department for which employee, right? So you bring meaningful data with it. So you bring two data.
Oh,
One is select manager info dot
Department.
manager department, comma employee info dot employee name from manager info, comma employee info, where employee info dot empid equal to manager info dot empid
And
and
and E dot in a man.
and select
Select. Here the
max emp salary from employee info.
Can you write down?
So the way you do it, the answer will be,
write it down.
yeah, so the answer will be select manager info dot
We can start from the equation. E dot input because we want to find out the who is the
look at yeah, that's fine. Look at like what I am doing here. You can also start from the other field as well. So employee info dot emp name, comma manager info dot manager department from this one and from this one, where emp info dot emp id equal to manager info dot emp id and select max emp salary from
MP dot salary was that.
select max emp salary. Actually it is the employee dot
Employee for dot salary.
employee info dot salary from employee info dot emp salary. I think the field name is emp salary, right?
Salary, yeah.
Okay.
And can you try to execute this statement?
What happens if I tell it?
Whoever have table,
I have table.
yeah, can you try to execute this command?
Yeah, you can use that.
Is it working, Hassan?
Somebody lately was, you know what I want. People do know.
I think I did can I do like that? Should I be another from employee for you and price employee and salary in man.
Yeah, so here you put and salary,
Oh, sorry.
and salary in,
E dot in E dot.
and this will not changes properly, right?
Change.
Oh, from. So the problem here is you put a comma. So স্ট্রিংগুলো আগে করে দিচ্ছি, তখন একটা আগে করতে হবে। তারপর প্রিভিয়াস লগ and তারপরে বলা যায় যে এটা প্রমাণ
মিঠুনের পুকুরের বলছি বিশাল পুকুর আছে মিঠুনের পুকুর মিঠুনের পুকুর মিঠুনের পর
Pond,
হ্যাঁ
1004.
Oh, I said you
Right.
100%.
This 1004 is not. Oh,
That's why.
it's not oscillator, right?
সাদা কাটতে পারছে
I know.
So we are right, right? The table.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
হুম
So for I, this one is not right. So just this, yeah. So our query is basically right, right?
যদি রেকর্ড দেয় না
Maximum salary
পাওয়া যায়
10,000
One
আপনি দেবেন
not invalid.
একটা salary and the other position.
তুমি ওরা আমার মুখে কথা কাটিয়ে দিচ্ছে
So
My wife is working.
yeah, I'll give you that.
আগে যদি কাজ করে
Take a look, guys, here. The answer for that query is this one. Okay, can you see that select, we are saying e dot emp name m dot manager department from employee info, e manager info, m where e dot emp id m dot manager id, and e dot emp salary in select max e dot emp salary from employee info. So can you see that actually we are using another query inside a main query. So that's why this is called subquery. Although this will not bring any result, because the table that we created here, the maximum salary we have for this employee, right?
Yeah.
Is this employee has a department here?
No.
No.
It doesn't have any department, right?
It doesn't have
So
to
that's
be
why
right.
it will not select any.
No.
It will not select any row.
I don't know.
But if you update that query mean instead of max, if you update, Hassan bhai, can you update your query
You mean ma-
instead of max put min?
Yeah.
Then you will see the minimum salary is how much? 50,000, right? 50,000. What is the department for 50,000?
Customer service.
Customer service. See,
Yeah.
is it bringing? So that is what subquery is. You got the answer, everyone?
So yes, Omar, if I finish all of this, right, that means all of the homework, classwork, everything should be there, right? If I finish this one, that means so far I have
Yeah.
knowledge about how to handle this.
Yeah. Now you got what is subquery.
Yeah. Then I got it.
A subquery is a query inside another query, right? So when we are writing this query, we are saying that bring the manager name, manager department and employee ID, bring the department ID and employee name from where we are saying m salary, we are bringing this m salary by another query. Got it? Is it clear? Alright, so that's it for today. That's it for today, guys. I will be sending you this recording. Let me stop recording. Let me thank you again for joining the exam, and I'm stopping recording now. I will be talking.